Well, all right.
I started the show with an exhale, so that's like a good thing, right?
Always.
I started with an exhale.
Yeah, baby.
Man, I know no theme music. People like, wait a minute, I was looking for theme music.
Nah, you knew when Mike Tyson came out with no music, what was gonna happen? you knew somebody's getting their ass knocked out.
Putting his hair from side to side.
No socks on.
Just ready.
Fuck it.
You know what? I want to start the show on the note that we may not normally start on. Somebody that I look up to, somebody that actually is one of the biggest reasons I podcast, Combat Jack.
Yeah.
Combat Jack recently took to social media
Mm-hmm.
and he let everybody know that he was actually diagnosed with colon cancer.
Oh, shit.
So if y'all, Combat Jack, I always, like I said, I look up to dude. He's really like, to me, like one of the OGs of like the Black podcast game. And you know, we started in 2012. Combat started, you know, before us. You know, but he's somebody I look up to. He definitely had a grind. But yeah, he recently put that, you know, he was diagnosed with colon cancer. He was going into the hospital for surgery. You know, he was going to do alternative medicine, round to chemo. He said he going to fight this joint. He said he ain't missed a podcast recording in 4 years.
Damn.
But, yeah, man, so he been tweeting about that a lot, man. So, lots of good vibes and energy towards Combat Jack, his way, man, and just everybody fighting that cancer fight. 'Cause that's a hell of a fight, man. That's a hell of a fight.
Real deal, Jack.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I left my rubber band. I've been wearing my pink rubber band all month. I tweaked.
Yeah, man. So that's interesting. I know we started off like that. People like, oh man, but you know that's the beauty of no foreplay. We get ratchet and we get serious. You know what I'm saying? We get ratchet, we get serious.
Perfect combination of the two.
Right, exactly. That's what we do. Man, it's a lot going on in the world. You know, it's so much going on. So much that we didn't even like think about that we did our fucking 100th episode. 100. We did not. I did not. I was sitting there, and you know, it took Brooke to say, "Hey, you know, you did 100." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I thought we was at 99. But what
we did the little drop-in show.
Now, what happened was the Jay-Z show got removed.
Yeah.
And when the Jay-Z show got removed, I was like, you know, I saw 9, and then iTunes a G. iTunes kept our Jay-Z shit up. They said, fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, if you can't take these young niggas shine, let them cook.
So if y'all still want to go listen to that show, go to iTunes.
Right, go to iTunes.
For that lost show. That might be worth something when everybody be like, they got a lost episode?
Right,
yeah.
A lost episode, man. Limited edition joint. So yeah, man, we 100 fucking episodes. That's pretty serious. A lot of, you know, if you reach 100 episodes in TV, you get like syndicated and shit.
Yeah.
If you, man, 100 episodes, that's real. Because a lot of podcasts quit after like 7 episodes. They be like, fuck this shit, we out.
I mean, you got to think about it like this. For motherfuckers to tune in to what we got to say 100 times.
100 times. And still be wanting more. I thought people got tired of us by now.
Man, you live with people who don't want to talk to them 100 times in like 3 months.
You know, some people did get tired of us. Some people did get tired of us. But you know what's funny? Some people get tired of us. But the thing is, some, like, I be out and it be people who I don't think listen at all. Be like, hey, I like y'all shit. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you listen.
That's what I said.
Man, I'd be like, you know you had a podcast?
A lot of people call my subliminal shots I was taking. I'm like, how you know about that sub shot?
They running up on you.
That sub shot I threw at you, Melon.
Wait, they hit you with the Charlemagne. You want to drop?
Yeah,
Can I get a drop?
Like, hold the fuck on. I still got these hands. I talk shit on this radio because this is my platform. But I have many other platforms as well.
Oh, man.
Bare knuckle street fighter.
You get dropped on the platform.
Man. Do y'all got, so you know this, do y'all got a favorite episode, a favorite guest? Well, I mean, we can separate it. Favorite episode, favorite guest, favorite memory?
Yeah. Well, I know my favorite memory. My favorite memory, it was like, I think it was the second episode. And Dion sent me a text like talk, nigga. Like, nigga, you gotta talk. You can't be part of the podcast and talk. I can't stunt, you know. At first, I was just trying to find my way in. You know, I was just being a spot holder on the team. And then, you know, now I'm like the point guard. But it's like... So I was still kind of shook and nervous because, you know, it was bright lights. And then, like, we had guests our first couple shows. So they came in and y'all still just, like, running the offense. And I'm in this bitch trying to learn the triangle. So that would probably be my favorite memory. Dion telling my ass, talk, nigga. Then my favorite guest is Tyomi.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was, like, mad horny that whole show.
So, like, when you talk, do you, like, hear yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, nigga. Did you see her?
I mean, yeah, but damn.
Bro, it's like, look, the way these lights shining on me right now because I'm cold, she was sitting over there and the lights were shining on her. And I just was like, damn. And she had that fro and she like was looking at me even when she wasn't talking. And I'm like, do we go together now or something?
Yeah, I think the thing that hits me about that, right? So Tyomi, first off, I followed Tyomi online for I don't know how long, right? And the thing I'll say this, people always say to us, you know, they want us to have more guests, more female guests. One thing I'll say is this. Everybody like popping in Chicago that's a guy is damn near already slated to come on the show. No bullshit. Yeah. Guys be like, man, I can't wait to come. I can't wait to sit down. It's just a scheduling thing. So we're going to get past that hump. Women are hard to get on the show. Because I think women, you know, no offense, but I think women are like, yo, like, I don't necessarily know, you know, they may not trust us. They may not know us. Yeah. You know, they kind of skeptical of the name. They like, and I'll be like, that's why I be telling me, yo, we in the recording studio, you could bring whoever you want. You could bring the shooters with you if you need to. That's cool. But women are always so, like, you know, apprehensive. You know, I talked to one girl in person recently. She'll remain nameless, but she dope. She doing a lot of shit in the city. And she said to me, she was like, you know, she was super excited in person. And she said, hit me up. And when I hit her up, she was like, what I'm coming on the show for. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But Tyomi was cold because Tyomi was open and ready. Yeah. Tyomi was like, when? And I'm like, shit, like Tyomi was ready. So I forever will fuck with Tyomi.
Me too.
Ain't shit bad you can say about Tyomi.
No.
Nothing.
And she was here early.
She was here early.
And look, the love affair continues. Like, we was watching all the finals games together. She was coming to Whiskey Business to watch the games with us on the rooftops and shit. I like, yeah, that was dope too. She still had the fro too.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, my favorite show. Y'all, I think y'all all know what my favorite show. It was the West Side Show.
The West Side Show.
The West Side Show with Boo and Shorty, Lil Dave. Because, you know, it was real West Side-ish for me. You know, I had my sunglasses on. I was in my mode. Ant was mad the whole show. It was no Whitney Young guests. Nobody from Beasley. So that was like great for me. It was like real West Side shit.
I sat right next to you, fam. I
wish that show was videotaped.
I wish it was too.
Like in the outside the studio, I wish that was videotaped too. Yeah. Outside the studio was better than in the studio. No bullshit, it was.
We looking out the window, niggas trying to take over the engineering board. Like, we can't hear you, fam. Like, niggas trying to record.
I thought niggas was trying to learn how to engineer. Like, niggas trying to learn how to engineer.
Maz talking about, hey Joe, let me come in there and do the birthday line and shit. Niggas trying to do shout outs to their girls and everything, Joe.
What I liked about the episode, I think that a lot of people may have missed, and I always say go back and listen, because in rap, it's a time, and in any industry actually, where you are essentially like, to me, Boo a lot of times was the capo to a lot of shit people didn't pay attention to. And because I'm tuned into the music industry and I pay attention, a lot of shit, like if you go back and watch Lil Wayne, How I'm Living, walking through the house, Lil Wayne walking through his house, you see Boo in damn near every room. Right, so and I think, you know, you listen to his stories. He was next to the man a whole lot. You know, next to guys who were on top. So the shit that he's seen and the knowledge he accumulated, and I know that was only a fraction of what he has, but he was dropping jewels like a motherfucker on that show. So yeah, that Boo episode was cold.
Yeah,
and Lil Dave was cold too. I fuck with Lil Dave.
Hey, because at first Shorty was nervous at first. Now there's somebody who done been under the lights everything,
Right.
you know,
Under the lights
on
like
us,
a motherfucker.
like a motherfucker.
Right.
Like we coming to see Lil Dave at this game, and you better show up. And he was nervous at first, but then once I was like, "Oh no, you cool, man. You can say whatever you want." Oh shit, we in here then fresh on my mama. So that was good, you know, seeing him come out. And another thing about Boo, man, I see Boo all the time, and every time I see him, man, Fresh set it up. Like he be with the shits. Like do that shit again, Fresh. I don't care, set it up. So shout out to my boy Boo, man. Y'all holler at him, man. Flea everything.
And two, a random note. I hate to throw this note in there, but I have to throw the note in there. When Boo came, the girl that Boo bought, Diamond Lux, she's a singer, and I went to listen to her song. I was like, her song is actually dope.
All right.
Her song was dope, and on the look scale, she was definitely like I wish y'all could have seen that.
Yeah,
she was a 10. She was a 10.
No lies have been told.
No lies have been told. She had.
And do you got a favorite moment?
You know, as a seasoned veteran of the podcast game.
He came in bullshit.
Stacey King resume having motherfucker.
Hey, I just gotta understand. Like, I literally feel like I just got out because I've been stuck in the crib all weekend, not due to anything other than, you know, when God says sit your ass down, he makes you sit your ass down. Mm-hmm. But I think an episode that always pops in my mind that I think is funny, and I think it was like real cool that we did, and a rant that people bring up and laughter to me a lot is the Mother's Day episode that we did last year, when I told the story about how my OG then let me go to homecoming. And I think a lot of people, they thought that was like real funny because, you know, they like a lot of people thought I was making that shit up, and I'm like, no, that story is like dead ass true. Like, did you hear the anger in my voice in that story? So that's definitely a moment I think about. I'm trying to think a favorite episode. I'm literally over here like looking through episodes that we've done. I think I always enjoy the times when Gio randomly pops up. I think the one time he popped up, we started talking about like favorite R&B like CDs and tracks and shit. And we was in here drinking yak, like real players do.
No.
Yeah, so I think that was a good episode. A random episode that I probably didn't talk a lot on, but it was just amazing to see you two talk about was the Prince episode when Prince just died. Because like, you know, you see like people say like a certain artist is their favorite, but they can't really like quote shit from the artist or like song. Like to see you two motherfuckers like talking about Prince like in depth, like if you all had to do a research paper and the teachers like no books, do a research paper on Prince Rogers Nelson. Like I was just sitting here and all like, yo, like they know more about Prince than I know about T.I. And I consider myself well versed on all things Clifford Harris. Outside of the reality show shit. But like just to see you two in your mode going off with that, like it was like amazing to see. Yeah. So, you know, you know, kudos to us. Because if I can talk shit on our behalf for a minute.
Go ahead.
You know, it's not easy to do a podcast. And when I say it's not easy, like a lot of people think you just wake up, wash your ass, and then just hop in the studio and talk. But a lot of people don't realize two things. One, they're not that knowledgeable on shit that they want to talk about. And two, they're not that interested.
True.
In general.
Right.
I mean, no offense to most of you all, but like, you know, it's like you just can't just walk in here and be like, okay, we're going to talk about this. But then, like, you don't have, like, a lot of, like, substance. And when you run out of substance, you don't have a lot of personality or pizzazz. And I think that's something that I think the people appreciate from us is that, you know, we talk shit, we laugh and joke. But no lies have been told.
No lies. You know what's crazy?
No lies have not been told on this podcast.
You know what's crazy that you just said that knowledge part, and if you don't get it. So look, right, I'm going to be real. About 63% of the shit Dion be talking about, I don't be knowing shit about. But thanks to honors English at Curie High, I am able to keep afloat with the story and just add an ad lib or something every now to make myself, you know what I mean?
I mean, but kudos to us too, because when we don't know the shit, ain't like we like trying to like jockey for position on talking with Dion talking. It's like, you know, let him have the floor.
And then me and Ann just look at each other like, we'll wait to the flaming heart part of the story.
When it come to music shit, Dion can float. We just get in where we fit in.
Yeah,
like, you know, when it come to, you know, NBA shit, that's when, you know, I can spit facts. Like, niggas be like, how the fuck do you even know that? Like, I didn't have cable growing up.
Right.
All I had was basketball cards. Basketball cards and an encyclopedia my grandfather left me.
And Carter.
Right. And probably a subscription. I swear everybody used to get like Kids Sports.
Yeah. Shout out to the kids. See, our kids missing out a lot of shit.
Shout out to the impoverished, man.
The impoverished. We knew how to make it out of with nothing. God damn. Man, boy, I used to steal subscriptions from out the magazines at Walgreens and just hit and put Bill Me Later on them joints. Bill Me Later on them joints to get magazines. Like my grandma used to be like, how the fuck you getting Game Informer and all this shit?
You be looking like relax.
Slow down, Granny. Okay, slow down.
It's a little bit below your pay grade.
Yeah, I was like 9 years old, bro, with like a stash of magazines.
Right. You probably wonder why the Columbia House CDs coming to the house. You like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Nobody's gonna feel you. Be cool.
Shout out to Columbia House, Joe, because I would have never had like Crisscross albums and Bone albums and shit for 1 penny. Let's go, Dion. I know you finna have a full.
Really, I think as far as like favorite, I don't necessarily have like. Right now, I don't have like a favorite guest, but the one thing I do like about a lot of the guests we have is that pretty much the people we have, like, I hate to call them like dirty, but they all like started as like, you know, regular ass people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got people on the show who now, if you look at them, people will automatically think they came from like silver spoon environments, and none of them came from that shit really. You know what I'm saying? Like, people look up and they'll see, you know, a Claudio and see like that he's Dr. Claudio Rivera and think like, oh shit, like he must come from this, or you know, just all types of people. You know, Cameron Smith. There people be like, oh man, like I would think, you know, people would randomly throw it out there like, oh, he on TV, he must have. No, Cam is from the West Side.
A block away from me. Like, he was on the next block from me.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at all these different people that we have, whether it be, you know, Dr. Crystal Laura, we was, you know, random little dirty kids in the 5th grade. She wasn't dirty, but, you know, I was on the borderline some days just because I didn't really feel like it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the people that we have, man, on the show, just real ass people who just was regular as hell, and they just said, fuck that shit, you know, I'm gonna just, you know, do something dope. You know what I'm saying? And, to me, I think that's like probably one of the good things that we have in common as far as guests. I think too, a lot of our guests are, I don't want to say unassuming is not the right word, but I think this is something. The one thing that really makes me proud about the show, I think when people come back and look at our guests, they, you know, let's say 5 years from now or whatever, or even now, like people who can really appreciate stuff happening in the moment, they'll realize like how dope, you know, the guests are. Like when you look up, when you go to a Bears game, like this may sound funny as hell, but I honestly look forward to every Jay Illa post on Sunday, because somebody's gonna post Jay on the scoreboard, because they show Jay on the scoreboard, that big dumbass scoreboard at the Soldier Field every Sunday, and they put Jay up there and they say DJ Jay Illa, and I'll be like, yo, like that's cold. Like I wouldn't even know what to do if they put me on the scoreboard at the fucking Soldier Field. Like, listen, but yeah, like, you know, and then when you look at, you know, people like Love, just people that you know love, like KMR just celebrated their 5th anniversary, and we had Kelly Knight in here, you know, Posh, like we had a bunch of dope people who like was willing to come sit down and be on the show. So I really look at it like, yo,
I'm glad you brought up Love. That, as far as guest wise, that was almost like an out of body experience, just because like how well versed Love is. Like Love is knowledgeable as fuck on his subject, and how like professional and clean. And I was just like, was this the same motherfucker who we was terrorizing people in the studio? Like
Joe,
like y'all, like
Joe,
look, like all props to Stanley Love Tate.
And you know, and Love said the same shit to us. He like, man, I look around like, fresh your dirty West Side ass, always roasting motherfuckers. Now you work with someone's kids, you know what I mean? And it's like that though. Like, but Love, that was I was just like me and like literally me and Love and like two other people was like fuck class one day and just drove to St. Louis. And here he was just spitting from like the top of the dome, like all like statues, like just all type of shit, you know, legislation, what you can do legally. And I'm sitting there like, this motherfucker here. And he was just leaning back, like just kicking all that shit off. He ain't like, hold on, let me check.
And like he didn't pull out his phone on Google. And I was like, dude, like this is the same dude. We was on the intramural team and he kicked off a fight. He kicked off the fight during the basketball game.
Nah, this is the same nigga I seen pull up for 3. First, like, he was a center. Pull up for 3. Then look upstairs at everybody up there and say, fuck all y'all. I'm like, damn. I ain't never transferring if this how college finna be. Joe, the intramurals used to crack, Joe.
Yeah. So, all of I guess, I was just even getting a little refresh. I mean, the besties.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out to the besties. They say that we never give them their props.
I feel like we give them way too much props, but shout out to the besties. right. This is fresh talking.
Oh, man.
Who else? Torre, of course, is one of our first, our early guests.
Yeah.
Torre.
But I think the Illa episode was super dope, too. Like super, like,
you know what?
That shit was probably like.
Let me drop a side note about that.
Yeah.
So the Illa episode, the J Illa episode. I don't even know if I told J Illa this yet. The J Illa episode, our NBA episode with Kev. Kev is now he's also, outside of being in NBA TV for 10 years, Kev is also an adjunct professor at Clark. So I believe, I don't know the name of the class, but I believe it has to do with new media. So Kev gave his class an assignment to do about podcasts. So he did a lecture about podcasts. Kev actually showed the class footage of our JL episode, because we do have video. So I know, but it's not like the way it is. It's not like edited with the voiceover like the show. So it's a little different. Okay. So he showed it to them. So that class at Clark, Atlanta, literally used some no foreplay footage of a podcast like in the class. So I think that's cool. That's
dopeness.
Cool.
See, we ain't playing with y'all. We all in classrooms and shit.
Right. Wait, no. At universities.
At universities. You know what I'm saying? And not like at Chicago State, which is like the University of Harold Washington.
I thought you were going to say the University of Harold.
Close enough, shit.
Shout out to my people that went JUCO that one year at Harold Washington College. I see you, baby.
Oh, he said I went JUCO 1 year.
JUCO 1 year.
Oh, man. But yeah, man.
Talk about a different world, Jack.
Man.
Yeah, I think that was dope, man. Like, you know, they came in and you fucking look up and so yeah, they reviewed us, and then Kev actually gave them an assignment to do their own podcast. He broke them up into groups and they did their own podcast and brought it back to them.
Assata. We had Assata.
Assata was dope. Assata got a lot of fucking listens too.
I was gonna say, is Assata our most listened to show?
In the new era, yeah. But Assata, her listens are crazy. Like I don't even know what happened. I know she put in her bio, and I remember for a while it was like regular, and the next thing I know, I think she dropped a song, and next thing I know, that shit had like 500 new listens, and that was just on SoundCloud. I think SoundCloud it skyrocketed, but the thing is, the iTunes numbers are always like super higher than what you'll ever see on SoundCloud. I look at SoundCloud sometimes and I'll see like 40, and I'll be like, man, nobody listens to that shit. And then I look at the iTunes, and I'm like, damn, I was wrong.
We still booming.
Yeah, Trap still booming on iTunes.
Trap still booming. We just got a little off-brand corner. That's Hilltop that they gave Bodie. They gave Bodie.
Hey man, we just had to keep the SoundCloud trap open for y'all people that refuse to get an iPhone.
Yeah, all you Android motherfuckers out there.
Oh God.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I text somebody with an Android the other day, and I said, and then
Disgusted.
I seen his green, and I said, you got an Android? Like I was, yeah. I looked at them
The
like,
face.
Hey, baby. I'm saying, come home, baby. You don't gotta look like that. Come home, Jay. Hey, even like, I don't do email. Like I'm head of the social committee at the school,
right?
So, I like everybody don't check their emails,
right?
So I'm gonna start texting them whenever we go have an outing, we go somewhere,
right?
And I was like, if you don't have an iPhone, I'm not putting you on the list. I was like, somebody who's your friend with an iPhone will give you details. You're not fucking up our good blue messages with that one green ass. Nah, going somewhere.
Hey, at work, we got an intern. We got an intern. He a freshman. Man, this dude was like, he was talking about, just social ridicule and stuff in high school. Mm-hmm. He said, man, if you got any type of Android, everybody's making fun of you. I was like, damn. I was like, that shit crazy.
Yeah, nobody fucking around.
He was like, and then the way he said it was like, these kids is not fucking around. You fuck around and have an Android in high school and not be able to date just because.
And now you about to get a bunch of Android people who listen to this podcast about talk shit to us. And Android users are more defensive than like ugly feminists. Like they
all you other cats throwing shots at Jigga.
they be like, we been had that. We been had that.
Ain't that thing?
Yeah, and you be like, man, like ain't nobody even talking about that shit.
Get the fuck on.
Whatever. Fuck out of here.
Talking about we have a HD1 Hemi processor in
our camera can see digipixels for hours.
Get the fuck out of here.
Shut your weak ass.
Take your ass that way.
Shut your weak ass.
Worry about listening to one song and your battery down.
All right.
Look, man. But yeah, I mean, we had Jack Red. We had
Jack Red.
Yeah. A bunch of different people, man. Real Talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Faith. Yes. Oh man.
Yeah. So we had Faith.
Yeah, I like the her fro hawk.
I was just about to say her fro was awesome.
Yeah, I like her fro hawk.
Had the best fro I ever seen.
Yeah, her skin was great too.
You know what? Yeah, you do.
Do you actually listen to what you say sometimes?
No.
The fuck?
No, I don't.
Fuck?
No, I don't actually.
T Murph.
Yeah, T Murph.
Yeah.
We had Wayne, Young Wayne.
Yeah,
and I see him there where we just went, me and Dion. We really the social wing of the No Foreplay show.
Motherfucker, I'm sitting right here. I missed one event.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One event.
Me and Dion went to a nice beverage event. Wale was there. I was close enough to take his scud cap. It was a nice event, and seeing Wayne in there, Joe. I thought he was gonna be like, different, but he was like, "Fresh all shit, what up, boy?" And he was just right there drinking that beverage together and shit. It was nice though. It was a real nice ass event. Hey, Jimmy Butler crib, cold than a motherfucker, Jack. I mean, I just want to feel that kind of money for one day, Jack.
That was Jimmy Butler crib.
That was Jimmy Butler's crib.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, that was Jimmy Butler's crib, and that was.
Yeah, I mean, we can rent it now for the low price of $10,500 a month.
That's it. 10,000.
Maybe we should you know what, Fresh? What if we could put some money up and just rent that crib for July of 2018? Just live life.
Hey, bro, don't give me no ideas.
Just live life.
Don't give me no ideas, Jack.
As a group,
I have a special savings account set up. Look, I got my 2,500.
Do you see how big my eyes are? Look, I will work 5 jobs.
I'm telling you, Jack. Hey, bro.
We could just as a group.
You should have seen the levels and
we could write out the levels business expense.
First night, I'm playing drinks everywhere.
I'm gonna be a party, y'all.
I was just pulling that up.
The man had. When you go up the stairs, it was like a bridge that you walk across that you can look down on the rest of the house and shit.
Is the fish tank still in there?
I want to look for fish tanks.
No, he has like this fish tank. It's in the shape of like a big ass like boom box. Like they did a whole article on this fish tank last year.
Listen, man,
I know we went in the Wale room. He had like some, and they had like exclusive Jordans in there. They were letting people play 2K.
listen, man, they had a bathroom. And at one point, it was probably like 15 people in this bathroom, Jack. And we was in the bathroom, like I was like, "Yo, you can literally have a party." And you should have seen the women in the window of that bathroom. Oh shit! This would be the soundtrack. This would be the soundtrack.
That's honestly that's the soundtrack to Shenanigans.
Yeah.
All shenanigans that you can
all
think of. That's
shenanigans.
the song that pops in my head.
You know, we not saying the name of the beverage until unless they sponsor.
Unless they
That's
cut the check.
CTC.
That's how it
Cut
is.
the check.
But yeah, that was dope. But yeah, man, you know, if we want to, we got to tell them we just want 1 month.
That's it.
We just want 1 month.
Can I get one rib? That's July. Oh.
I mean, and you know, amongst like the 100 episodes of things we've done outside of episodes, like the Z Summit, that shit was cool.
The Z Summit was
That,
nice.
You know, we sacrificed our annual St. Patty's Day traditions to be with the kids.
Man.
Giovanni, if you listening right now, don't have that shit on March 17th. Next
Man.
year. I'm just letting you know. I love you to death. March 10th.
Oh,
not the 17th.
We discussing stuff we did outside of the studio. We can't not bring up how we did the rink on a rainy night.
It was a stormy night.
A stormy night.
A stormy night.
The good fellas of the No Foreplay show lit up your favorite childhood place.
We did. I love the rink because we you know, not to brag, but
Brag.
Just to state facts.
This is our bragging show.
we I know people do parties at the rink. I get it, right? But listen,
Here's the shit.
here's the shit. When it come back to the rink being brought back from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Who did it first?
Let me tell you something.
Talk your shit, Dion.
I went to the rink, and when I went to the back to talk to them ladies, they was looking at me like, "Yo, like, man, I don't know." And they was like, "Do you think you can get people to come to the rink?" I want to like,
Is a pig pussy pink?
Right, man, come on, man. So yeah, like, and it was funny because they capped us. You know, they capped us at what we can do, and we sold. You know, we sold a number of tickets, and I feel like it could have been, you know, bigger, but. You know, everybody was like, "Do it again." The only thing about doing it again, everybody ran to the ring, like, you know, and it was. I just felt away. You know, I felt away. Everybody ran to the ring. It was funny. I ran into a guy. He was a cool dude. He was like, "Yeah, man, you know, we having a party at the ring." You know, this was like actually like 2 weeks ago. He's like, "Man, I'm having a party at the ring, man. You know, me and my people, and you know, we taking it back to how we used to kick when we were young, man. Come on through." And I was looking at him. I said, yeah. I threw a ring at the party earlier this year, like, and you know, but I just kept it humble though. Because
Much success to your Black Panther party.
Much success to your Black
much success, my brother.
My boy Forrest.
That's one of your Black Panther party.
So yeah, man, we that was cool.
I mean, if we talk about we haven't even touched on the live podcast.
The live
with Lovey.
I was gonna save that. No, bringing it, but this is the perfect time. The live podcast.
Yeah.
The live podcast was dope. Because the thing is, like, I don't even know how
cold it was.
Well, I don't even know how cold it was. I think people don't understand like everything that went into that. It was in one place and some shit happened and it had to get to another place.
Then we had like a makeshift sound system. I had to like go get microphones, like remote control.
You know,
shit.
The things that happened in the morning. I had to leave my child at church.
Listen, the way stuff that was even coming together, because if you think about it, you know, we had actually been talking to Lovey about getting her on the podcast forever.
All right.
And, you know, just to kind of give y'all like background, I was trying to work with different venues to get it all scheduled. And eventually I really wanted to do something special. I wanted to bring the No Foreplay crowd I'm gonna give it away. I don't even care. I wanted to bring the no foreplay crowd actually to the Soho House.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have the no foreplay audience in the Soho House. I want us to be in there in full glow.
Mm-hmm.
And
in the social club.
yeah, man. You know, but the way it was working out with them, you know, Soho House fills up quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it fills up quick, and then the content that you bring to them has to be something that their actual crowd would like.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just hard kind of working together with all of that. And, you know, like I said, Lovey had said a bunch of times she was going to be on the show. So then we looked up and it was like, oh shit, like, you know, what's happened then. I've seen Lovey, you know, talk about taking a hiatus. You know, she was chilling. She was burned out, which if you saw all the stuff Lovey do, if you pay attention, I'd be like, yo, I don't know how she do it. Like, I literally think she like got like an IV of Red Bull or something.
And at that point in time, Lovey was working.
Yeah, she was
capital
pumping.
W.
Yeah, she was pumping.
Jack. So at that point, I'm like, oh shit, man, you know. So I was worried, only because of the simple fact I was like, yo, like she's doing so much that I know how people burn out. I was like, fuck, like, you know, I don't know, because I know me, if it was that cold and I was like Lovey, I'd have just went somewhere warm and just been like, man, I'm under the sun.
I'll
Jack.
holler at you motherfuckers in a little bit.
I apologize. I holler at y'all in the summer. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, next thing I know, I'm like, you know, I text Lovey. I say, man, location. Then when I texted location change, I was like, oh shit, you know, there's too many variables.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I get a text. Lovey's like, I'll be there. I'm in the Uber. I was like, oh shit. And literally, she came to the live podcast. I think she was fresh off the plane. Like she only went home to drop a bag and came and, you know, shared all that dope shit with us.
So much dope shit.
So much dope shit. So much game she put us on.
And I know everybody out there, if you're an avid listener of the show, you probably try to listen to that episode. It didn't really come out right because, I mean, it sounded like somebody was recording at a concert. But fuck y'all, because you should have been there. So I don't. You should have been there because that was one of them places, one of them events. I feel like we can look back on it because I could see Lovey where she'll be in a few years, and people can look back on it like they had a chance to be with Lovey and the Goodfellas of the No Foreplay show because she was in that motherfucker dropping gems. And shout out to Lovey because she is truly unapologetically black and she don't give a fuck about nothing. She like. It was like white guys in there, and she was still talking her Cash Money shit. I'm like, I wonder are they uncomfortable because she is really like letting them have it. Like whoever don't have melanin in their skin right now should feel some kind of way.
Exactly. The Corey Mays episode, was dope. And you know what? I think too, the episode I really liked just that we pulled it off, that we did it in general. The domestic violence episode.
I was just thinking about that.
Yes.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. I think that was a real legit, like, yo, like, you know, just like one of them shits where I can honestly say, like, I fuck with it. I'm happy we were able to pull it off because, one, it's not something easy to talk about. I'm happy for the guests we had, Marianne, the other young lady, her name escapes me. But I'm happy they were both able to come and we was able to have an open discussion about it. You know, that was dope.
I have a favorite episode that popped in my head from like the first series of podcasts that we did.
Okay.
Do you remember when we talked about the Cleveland bus driver and the uppercut? And we had SA as a guest. Now that episode, like you had to go back for all who listen and listen back to that one. Like that's the episode where I haven't cried tears of laughter like that ever in life. Like the things that we said, it would not make mainstream.
I'm going to jail now.
Man. And for those who forgot, we talked about the Cleveland bus driver incident when he was assaulted and spit upon by the young lady. And he retaliated with an uppercut that had not been seen since the civil rights movement. Because nobody throws an uppercut in the street fight ever.
Nah, ever. He's a fucking ball rog. Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger.
That was
another episode that I liked it. Was
you liked it?
I liked it with the shorty from the Z Summit. When we had the kid in here from the Z Summit. Aaron held his own in here. He said he was nervous at first, but he like killed that shit.
I liked it because we found out about his pops.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like his I mean, y'all didn't hear it obviously because it was after the show. But
PBA.
his father was like a world professional bowler, like legit fighting Pete Weber, winning championships, like on ESPN at 2 in the afternoon on the Sunday, like he was showing us like world championship rings, like legit.
Right.
And we was so intrigued because you watch these things and you don't see no people of color really doing it, and it's funny. Like after talking with him, and this is how I feel like there's people like listening to our conversations everywhere we go. Like ESPN put out an article like a month or so later talking about how Mookie Betts from Red Sox was like really good at bowling, like was dabbling into the Pro Bowlers tour, and how like he would be like a fresh face and give them like new momentum to gain new younger fans and fans who weren't white. For lack of a better word,
The blacks.
the blacks essentially. But I mean that was dope too.
Mookie Betts.
I think too. One thing I'll say about the first series with Kendall, shout out to Kendall as well, because the No Foreplay show wouldn't have happened without Kendall.
It would not.
It would not have happened without Kendall. So shout out to Kendall. We had Kirkwood on here for one episode. J.O. Kirkwood.
Yes.
And if y'all don't know Kirkwood, J.O. Kirkwood, man,
We should bring him back.
We should. He's one of my favorite dudes because Kirkwood is like, it's like when you see Kirkwood and talk to Kirkwood, you know that person that as soon as they open their mouth and start talking, you know how smart they are. Like some people, you got a whole conversation with them so they can convince you they smart. Kirkwood, you already know. You like, damn, this nigga here, boy. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. Kirkwood's super smart, man. The way he talk and command of the English language. And he gave some real hardcore dating tips too. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, like Kirkwood kind of went a little hard. And, he gave some major keys that people still not using in terms of dating to this day, man. But yeah, Kirkwood was a dope episode. That was also the first time that Posh was on there. We didn't have all of them, but we had Paris, who has been on here a couple of times, but we had Keisha too. And I was like, damn, Keisha got like a voice meant for radio because she's done media before. And I was like, yo, like, damn, that's cold. But yeah, man. Yeah.
We've done a lot.
So, like I said, 100 episodes, man. We made it. Nigga, we made it.
Yeah, and since we just talking about the show in general, another dope point for us was Letters Week.
Yeah.
When we did Letters Week with the blogs, I feel like that got us a lot of attention from people who didn't like necessarily fuck with the show at first. It gave them a reason to go on our website and see more about us, and then I think a lot of people more people listen to the episodes. But we what we should do right now? We should give people tips, because I always hear a lot about, I don't got time to listen to no damn podcast. Like that be people say, I tune into your live all the time. Like, man, my live like 30 seconds, bro.
Right.
So like for me, I listen to the podcast usually like if I'm cleaning up the house, because you ain't in no set place, and I can just hear it and I laugh. Ubering to work, Ubering to and from work, I'll be trying to drown out the Uber driver, so I listen to the shows. And I have to go back and listen to shows because people be saying shit like, man, on this one episode, hey man, look, I don't know my episodes by heart, Jack, so sometimes I have to go back and listen to the show. And then it's like with anything, man. Anytime you listen to music, like working out or something, I feel like you can listen to the podcast. Like working out, a good time to listen to it.
I think a lot of people would have to treat the episodes like how I had treated Game of Thrones. It was hard for me to watch the beginning because it was boring. Mm-hmm. I can't sit still. I like to be on the move a lot. But once I got into it, I couldn't stop. And I think that's the same thing podcasts. Like, I know a lot of people, they just think, like, why would I want to listen to these motherfuckers in particular just talk for an hour? And, I get it. It's a valid question. But if you enjoy talking to all three of us together or separately, in regular conversation. I think it would be something great to listen to us where the conversation is a little bit more refined, the topics are there, and it's more focused instead of just being all over the board. Now, granted, even doing this podcast, we can get carried away. But I think if you give it a chance, you listen to it at, I prefer to listen to it at work if you sit at a desk and you're not a janitor. Like fresh.
Hey, I love being a custodian.
But if you sitting at your desk, help pass time away, we guarantee to make you laugh. We guarantee to make you think about something that you never thought about before. And we also guarantee that you're going to disagree with us.
Yes.
And you like to debate. So you can debate amongst yourselves and listen to our topics. So just do it. Just if you got a friend who hasn't listened to us, pick out your favorite episode out of the 100 that we've done and say, hey, check these out. These guys are funny. Because I say this, anybody who's been referred to us or like what their friend has said, listen to the podcast, at minimum, they haven't hated it. At minimum.
At minimum. And a lot of people have been turned on to it. Like, man, I listen to y'all shit all the time. Y'all crazy as fuck. And a lot of people don't even know what a podcast is. Like, whenever I'm Ubering here, they always say, oh, you going to the studio, you rap? I'm like, no, I have a podcast. What the fuck is a podcast? I'm like a radio show. Oh, y'all come on like 92.3 or something? Hey, look, man, I don't got time. The NoForePlayShow.com, man. That's what I just tell people. Just go to the NoForePlayShow.com, look at our episodes. You can listen to them, bro. I don't got time to give you a fucking Wikipedia or podcast, dog.
Yeah, thank you to Ant and Fresh for selling the podcast. The thing about it to me is hard to I know a lot of people have elevator speeches and shit. I don't have an elevator speech for the podcast because I also feel like people listen to essentially what a podcast is in so many different kind of shapes and forms. Like if you'll watch a Breakfast Club or listen to the Breakfast Club interview, you should listen to us. If you'll sit down and watch an episode of fucking Wendy Williams, then you should definitely be listening to us. The thing about a podcast that I think, and one of the reasons why I really want to do a podcast way back, is I feel like a podcast somewhat to me replaces regular radio. And I'll tell you why. Because regular radio that comes on every day, you listen to the same people every day, it gets repetitive. They do different things, but the one thing is it's hard to go back, right? So you can't pull up the Morning Riot episode from last Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. But when you go back and you say, and I think too, one of the best things that we've had is by incorporating Brooke, who does our amazing show notes.
Yeah.
If you look at our show notes is fucking the best show notes in podcast history. Because you literally look and Brooke meticulously listens to the show and she goes and she finds these links, and that's why she's so valuable, because we don't the Brooke is so cold. I don't have to send Brooke links to shit. I just give her the podcast and she listens, she finds these links, she put them in there. So everything we talk about, if you looking at the show notes, whether it's on our website, whether it's on Facebook, you can literally click the link, find the article we talking about, find the video we talking about, find whatever, and just kind of plug in. So if you make it the show, if your listening experience is like that and you make it interactive, you'll really get the show in full glow. You'll be like, fuck, this shit's cold, period. It ain't nothing you could say bad. I ain't, it's in the middle. Nah. Because I be listening to these other shows.
Baby.
I be listening to the show notes. I be looking at the show notes. I be like, yo, gee, they not cold like us. And I do like a lot of podcasts. And I think too, one thing as you get older, now I feel like I love music more than anybody in the world. I get that. But the one thing that you'll see when you listening to so much music, sometimes I need to take a break. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I need to take a break. I need to kind of, detox my ears, if you will. Detox my brain. And the way I do that, I'll go audiobook or podcast. and kind of navigate between the two. And I'll be like, okay, like, man, I done listened to too much music. So, next thing I know, all right, this morning on the ride to work, I don't want my music to affect my mood as I walk into work. So I'm listening to a podcast, you know what I'm saying? When we went to said drinking event, when we were in Jimmy Butler's house drinking, that night was full of music for me. Mm-hmm. And the thing about this event, the event was cold. I give it to those people. So we met up at the DePaul dorms. Mm-hmm. And they signed our name, they put us a wristband on, and they escorted us to the Sprinter vans to take us to the home. Yeah, nice. The shit that was kind of interesting. So on my Sprinter van, it was like me, and I was on the Sprinter van. Like, I don't know where the guys were. There was a lot of guys in the house, but the Sprinter van was like me and like literally a Sprinter van full of women. I was like, where the niggas at? Like, where the dudes at? So when I left, same deal. Me, Sprinter van full of women. I go on the Sprinter van, and the girl say, ask the driver, do he got an auxiliary cord? He say, yeah. This girl plugged her phone up, and she put on Blac Youngsta Booty. Man. And they start twerking in the Sprinter van.
I got that too early.
All I heard was, toot, toot. I was like, yo, this is next level. And
I would have cried tears of joy.
Dude, these girls literally, they did not care. They was like, they like the girls who was twerking on Instagram. They was essentially like kind of naked from the waist down twerking to this Blac Youngsta. And I was just sitting there like, and after hearing that music from the event and in the van, by the time I was like going to work the next morning, I had to listen to a podcast. I had to detox. I couldn't go to work I couldn't walk into work doing toot. I had the good wholesome white folk looking at me like, what is toot?
Man, that shit just stuck in my head forever. I just found myself just tooting to every fucking thing. I don't be knowing what be going on. Like today, I was making breakfast and shit, man. Flipped my waffle and was like toot. Like every time you do something good in life, you just got to throw a toot on there. Goddamn it.
You know what? And now everybody who knows this knows that I have a deep disdain for Blac Youngsta.
Yes, we know this.
And the crazy part is, this dude, he don't work directly with Blac Youngsta, but he works on he works for the label he signed to, the major label. And I got people like major label, like music industry people, like we talk music industry shit on Instagram and IG. So we talk about new music to come out, all type of shit. So dude was like, he said that he knows my disdain for Blac Youngsta. I voiced that on Twitter. And before this song came out, he tweeted me and he said he got one. He's like, he got a hit record. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, shut your ass up. Like, your ass lying, bro. Like, nigga ain't got no damn hit record. And when I was in this Sprinter van, honestly, I seen the artwork. And I seen Blac Youngsta Booty, and I was like, whatever, that song probably Booty. And when I was in the Sprinter van, and then when that song came on, I was like, this is the fucking song.
And it's a hit.
And these girls was like, toot. I was like, this is a song. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, damn, this nigga do got a hit record.
That shit a hit for real, though. That shit like a real hit, too. Like,
it's a hit.
The first time I heard it was after the nigga Q.
Shh. No, go ahead.
Oh, it was after the nigga Q, and we had went to Fat Folks' crib. And I'm me, they fresh, go plug up the phone, go DJ. So I'm instantly up there playing the music, then some little dirty Southside girls. Yeah, I said it. Oh, I'm just making sure Ann was still here.
No, I'm here. I'm looking at you.
So then it was, I think her name was Refereesha or something like that.
All right, man.
Next nigga to say something that's getting shot.
She was like, do you have, well, she ain't said like, this is definitely not her voice. I'm trying to make her a better person than what she really was. Do you have Blac Youngsta Booty by any chance? And I was like, I never heard this song. And she like, it's on the I'm Innocent mixtape. So I goes to it off my, one of the apps on my phone. And I instantly hear it. And then the reaction I saw with it, and I was like, oh shit, this a hit. This a real life hit from Youngsta, Joe. And I don't think it's going nowhere no time soon. It might be like a tip drill or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those cult classics that's gonna stand the test of time.
It probably go off in Tennessee.
Yeah, dog. I think it go off anywhere. Like I can't wait to get down to Blue Flame.
You know what? It's kind of the thing where I always say, I always feel like record label people are living so far in the past. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, I always say, like, even if I don't like an artist or like a song, I can recognize the fuck out of a hit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just know what a hit record sounds like. Like, it's songs that I usually, actually, if I hate a song, when I hear it, like, it's damn near like a hit. I'm like, man, I'm going to hear this shit forever. But I'm like, yo, that's the song right there that if I'm at a record label and let's say he brings me this song in April, I'm going to the label and I say, man, I need a budget to promote the fuck out of this song. Mm-hmm. I need him at every radio station with supervision, of course, to push this song. Because I need that song in rotation by May and June. I need that song to be everywhere by May and June. And I possibly need a remix coming in August. Mm-hmm. Like, cause yeah.
Give me a remix with Nicki. She got a chip on her shoulder right now. She been going hard. Throw her on that Booty remix and cancel Christmas, bro. Just go back on tour after that. Youngsta, go back on tour after that. Toot. Could you imagine Nicki? I'm looking for you, Nicki. Let me calm down, Joe. I just heard one of her songs the other day, and I remembered how I used to love her.
You remember? It was what? The 7th anniversary of her Monster verse. Usually, you don't celebrate anniversaries of people verses.
Hey, Joe.
But that was I mean,
on that track with those peoples, and she did that.
You know that what was crazy about that. So I don't know if y'all heard this. Nicki kind of came out this week and was talking about music. Mm-hmm. She said, which everybody who knows me knows I fuck with Nicki hard. But Nicki came out to talk about, sexism in music, things like that. Mm-hmm. And she pulled up, because essentially Russ was talking about how, Nicki don't get the respect she deserve. Mm-hmm. And then Nicki pulled out the tweet from Kendrick. I don't know. I've been vocal about this before, but I don't know how much people listen to it. But one thing Kendrick has always said is that Nicki influences him, like, a lot. Mm-hmm. And, that's why he changes voices the way he does, because of Nicki. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because she pulled up a tweet from Kendrick where he said, man, there's more niggas in rap that hate on Nicki Minaj than women. Mm-hmm. And, it's kind of funny. I'm like, that may be true. Like, that's why I think it's like, kind of important for her and Cardi to kind of end any kind of speculation of a beef between them. Mm-hmm. Because, when the women like unify in rap, they give us records that, like, we can't go nowhere without hearing, like, you'll still hear ladies night in the club and women to be like, that shit'll ring off.
Yeah.
Men just clear the floor.
Still to this day.
Still to this
Lady
day.
night, what? MLB on the mind.
That, and then other, like, colossal, you know a song I think is colossal that's all women, legit? The I Want to Be Down remix.
Oh, yes. Yes. You can throw that on at any bar mitzvah, at any game night.
You could throw it on at a slow jam party,
like,
anywhere.
Like, legit. And
Cotillions.
You could throw it on, right. Christmas.
About yay tall. About yeah.
That definitely has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I know I'm not the only one here, but sometimes, you ever catch like Queen Latifah sometimes about the corner of your eye, but like, man, Queen Latifah,
come on, boy.
Never.
Come on, boy.
Never.
Man, every once in a while, she come out there, that hair be long, looking like a sexy ass glazed donut.
When, bro? Where was this? I watched like every episode of Living Single, bro.
I'm not talking living, I'm talking about real life.
I seen her nudes too.
Nah, I ain't looking no news, bro. Anywho, anywho. But yeah, sometimes I catch Queen Latifah. I'll be like, okay. But on that song where she said, "You was the first to tame me," I was like, what's she talking about? What's this? I need to know. I need footage, bro. I need footage.
Yeah, but nah, I gotta listen to it. Ain't no way I cannot not listen to it now. Shit. Toot. Damn, that shit cold. And look, you know what Booty, the effect Booty will have? If you ever want to see how dirty girls are, play Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote, the reggae song Murder, She Wrote, will always bring out the dirty. I don't know why dirty girls love reggae, but if you throw on Murder, She Wrote, I know a little girl, her name is Maxie, you will instantly, I like to do science experiments with music. So when I'm running the music at report card pickup,
y'all play music at report card pickup?
Yeah, I be playing like soft music, like 70s.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Elevator music, steppers, cuts and shit. Right. But like we got a little intermission, and I always be want to know like how are my new coworkers. So I'm like, let me see who the dirty ones is. Let me throw in this reggae and see what happens. You'll see the one girl like wave her hand, like, oh yeah, she dirty right there. We going to sub to you on Thursday. So yeah, I think Booty will be there. Like one of those songs where I don't care wherever you at, the ratchetness will come out. Like you can see girls twerking to that for years after this. And I thought Rake It Up would never get like overdone. Or like at least not this year. I'm thinking like Rake It Up got it for like the rest of the year. Right. Now it's clearly like Booty. I just want to get the blue flame.
A classic song that exposes the dirty from the clean is "No Hands."
Oh.
Boy, we almost shook up. Easy,
girl. You know, man.
Like because like especially that beginning part, like some chicks get to looking around, like, can I do this? Yeah. And then others like, fuck it, I'm going for it.
Live
and
your
just
life,
like
sugar.
just hands on the knees.
Live your life, sugar.
Here's the thing. Here's the shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain songs that's like so nouveau, right? So like Back That Ass Up is so nouveau now, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't dance with it, like you're shamed.
Yeah.
Shame.
So now even the girls is not dirty or dance to that, and then they try to take the easy way out by like not dancing with a guy, like not putting your ass on it, just putting your ass up and juking on your girl and shit. That shit's over with. That shit's out of style. However, when No Hands comes on, it's a different moment. Like No Hands is like either you with the shits or you ain't.
Or you not. And if you ain't with it, get out the way. Because the real is coming to the forefront, Jack.
Because them girls who as soon as No Hands come on, if her hands go straight to her knees.
Baby. And then she even give you eye contact from across the room. Man, look.
And it's some girls. So Wale did that song. Wale did that song in the living room, and some girls' hands went like straight to their mid calf ankle area.
There was a lot of dancing going on.
I was like, this is. I was like, I see who's who. I see who's who and what's what.
And you know what? That actually opened them up. Like after that song, they were more free. They was comfortable because then he did Bad, and it was just a lot of slow windings. I'm like, shit, I forgot how cold this fucking song was.
Yeah.
Bad.
I'll be bad to you.
Bad. Them words to Bad let you know who done had
Tiana.
trouble in love.
Yes.
Who love like them in shambles.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
What he say? With the some good girls ain't no good.
It ain't even what he said. When you watch the way girls sing that hook,
yeah.
Like
I be good and bad.
Yeah,
I be bad.
Those are like songs where you can stand back and just view the crowd.
Right.
And like you can like see like literally some of these women's testimony on their face as this song as songs play like that.
Fellas, if a girl is singing that in a public place and her eyes closed, and her hand go up, and she bite her lip. Listen,
you might not need to run up on her.
don't run up on her. But if you happen to pull her, don't fall in love with her, bro.
Please,
Just let her fall in love with you first.
Yeah, she's had the story.
Let her fall in love with you first, bro.
Man, bro, just take your time. Walk lightly, if you will.
Let her fall in love with you first, man. Don't jump out that window, boy.
Do not jump off the porch.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man, 100 episodes.
Happy 100, fellas.
Huncho.
Happy 100.
Huncho. Big face Benji.
Yeah, I'm looking. Oral said, go to 100 more.
Yes.
We got you. We got you. We already like 3-4 in.
Yeah.
We in here.
Let's fucking go, Rusty. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna say this. This has nothing to do with nothing, but I'm gonna put it out there. You know, we really don't discuss sports unless it's a sports episode. But today, for my Chicago people out here, fuck y'all and everything y'all talking about with this Mitchell Trubisky. Well, I don't even know if that's how you say his name. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Deshaun Watson is out here living life, baby. That was supposed to be our quarterback, and y'all want to talk about he unpolished and all this shit. Fuck that. The man a winner, Joe. Anybody who listens to this, fuck, man. Look. I'm trying to be as civil as possible.
Man, shut your whole ass up.
No, fuck you, Jack.
No, Jack.
At some point, you got to say, I'm tired of this abusive relationship, G. Motherfuckers can't keep pissing down your back and saying it's rain, bro. See, man, we gave up. We gave up what for him, bro?
The trade was terrible.
Okay.
It was terrible. I've always said that.
Man, this boy got the glow, and I ain't talking about show enough mediocre zing glow. He got the real, goddammit, grab your fist.
Here's the thing. I've never been anti-Deshaun. I just said Mitch can be good too.
Fuck.
But for what they gave up for him, it was stupid.
Man, why they didn't pick Watson, Joe? Because it's Chicago, G. They ain't finna hire no black man as a face of their...
Here's the thing. No, it's not even just it's Chicago. He wasn't rated higher than Mitch in any of the pre-draft things. He wasn't. He wasn't.
I ain't see that.
He wasn't. I'm not saying we didn't see that, but like, damn near 80% of all the pre-draft things.
One Ryan Leaf rated higher than Peyton Manning.
And a couple, but Peyton Manning was rated more, higher and more.
Man, we should have went and got the young boy. He out there doing great shit right now. Shout out to this this Texans and Seahawks game that's really busting right now.
What's the score now?
41-38. Rusty just led a comeback. You know, they've been going back and forth this whole game. Shout out to Rusty too, man. Oh. Before we leave, I got to say this too. I seen this. It was real interesting. It was about people always coming from Rusty for being a stepfather, but then they showed pictures of all the black stepfathers who we say nothing about. Like y'all niggas ain't never said nothing about to Puff for being, and Puff really took somebody's whole son, but he took somebody's whole son. I like, y'all got to point that, but fuck.
Gave them boys music careers. Like, listen, Quincy got a full R&B joint out right now. like I was like, yo, what's going on here? You don't even know that I'll Be Sure ever seen Quincy. You just don't know. Yeah, I ain't never seen no picture of them together.
Yeah, I was about to say I never seen Al B. Sure and his son like together in the room ever.
Right. But
yeah,
come on, man. Come on.
You know, like
Russell Wilson not the first stepfather. Like, god damn.
And like, and one more time for the people in the back who didn't hear us when we was upset about things last summer. Mm-hmm. We not upset that Russell Wilson is, baby future stepfather. Like,
we more mad at Sierra ass.
We was more mad at Sierra how she was doing things in the beginning. But now they married. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like the people who keep bringing it up are the people who were mad at us last summer. Like, the majority of us have moved on.
Yeah.
Like, whoever's complaining about Russell Wilson being in pictures with his stepson, he's married Sierra. Like, you can't say shit about that. Like, shut up.
Man, I hope it was good, Rusty, because she say that coochie until y'all got married. Joe, what if it wasn't good, man? That's another episode.
Hey, Fresh.
That's another episode.
Would you bet your account that it wasn't good?
See, look, I think with me, like y'all know, I usually be telling like if a girl got a bomb, I think a girl got a bomb. But with Sierra, I think her vagina might be mediocre, but she know how to dance and shit, so her sex is good. I ain't listen
to nothing the Fresh say,
bruh.
But go ahead,
bruh.
No, I think her sex is good, but I don't think she has like grade A vagina. If that means anything.
Fresh. I hear what you're saying, bro. But at the end of the day, it's Sierra, bro. The total package, like, I get it, but it's like, guess what? You would take some not the best to have that on your arm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, man, listen.
Listen,
look at that. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them things you just sacrifice.
Let's go, Richard Sherman, in a game.
You know what? On that note, 100 episodes.
100.
200 more.
200.
No foreplay.
No foreplay.
We out.
No foreplay.